My name is Bert, and this is the Still Life Podcast. Welcome back to another episode of the Still Life Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Bert. It is Thursday, December 2nd, 2021. I am wearing shorts today in the Midwest because it's supposed to be in the low 70s. Maybe the last time this year I will get to wear shorts and it not be cold outside. The unfortunate side effect of this is that it was cold for several days and then it warmed back up. It was in the 60s yesterday, 70s today, and it has absolutely wrecked my sinuses. So yesterday in particular, I had a headache all day, and then by the end of the day, my sinuses, like my whole face just hurt. So that was rough, but I'm back at it. Here we are. I got a weighted blanket to try. I have sleep issues. I've got PTSD and, a host of other issues, anxiety, depression, fun stuff like that I deal with. It causes me to have issues sleeping. So I got a weighted blanket. It's a 15-pound blanket. And I was like, I'll try it out. And, of course, I drank a bunch of fluids before I went to bed last night just to try and get my sinuses moving. And that led to me being up about every hour to pee. So I don't really know if the weighted blanket worked or not because I was up every hour to pee. So we'll try it again tonight. We'll see how it works. But, I'm hoping that I might find a little bit of comfort with the weighted blanket. So we'll see. Man, Christmas season is in full swing. It's December. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Mine was pretty low key, just a little get together with the family, and nothing crazy. It was chill, so it was nice. It's Christmas time, doesn't feel like it obviously because I'm in shorts. I don't have my tree up yet. I've got to clean my living room. I think I'm going to rearrange the living room so that I can get the tree up. So that'll happen sometime in the next 3 weeks. May happen this week. It may not. So we'll just kind of see. My tree takes up a lot of space. It's like 7 foot tall. So it takes up a decent chunk of living room real estate. So I've got to do a considerable amount of shuffling around to get it to fit and look decent. So I'll start on rearranging the living room today, but we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of looking forward to Christmas this year. Something I haven't really been able to say for a long time. I've struggled with Christmases for the last 15 years. Went through my first divorce that started in November, and so dealing with a little one and custody and things like that really just kind of put me in a bah humbug mood about Christmas. And I've tried to work through it as best I can. And the other thing with that too is that struggling to try and find my place in this world, has led to a lot of times tight finances, and I'm not able to give like I like to. Christmas time for me is an opportunity to show others tangibly how much I appreciate them, and when finances are tight and I'm not able to gift the way I want to gift, it can be stressful and it can be a struggle. But at the end of the day, we have to remember, and I have to remember that, we are the ones that set this level of expectation for ourselves. Somebody else doesn't set that expectation for us. Most people, I would say, are grateful just to be able to have time together and could really care less about a gift. It's always nice to receive gifts, don't get me wrong, but most people would probably just rather you be present than give presents. And so it I'm getting to this place of acceptance of it's okay. I don't have to go out and buy a ton of stuff for everybody, and I don't have to spend a bunch of money. I just need to be there, and so it's leading me to start enjoying Christmas a little more again, especially with the kids. It's not all about the gifts. Sometimes it's about putting up the Christmas tree and putting the decorations on, hanging ornaments, putting up Christmas lights and turning those lights on. And the kids, lighting up as they see the lights come on. It's about so much more than the gifts. Yet, so many of us put this expectation on ourselves to deliver Christmas in our own way. And it's unrealistic and really, in most cases, impractical and just not even possible to accomplish. Because, again, we hold ourselves to this invisible standard that no one else sees or knows. And, I'm going to talk about Operation Surf a lot because of just how great it impacted me. But it reminded me and gave me the opportunity to turn everything off and just be present. And when I say turn everything off, I'm not just talking about, my phone or, my computer technology. I'm talking about my brain. Stop worrying about all these things that may or may not ever happen. Stop worrying about what's going to happen 5 minutes from now, 10 minutes from now, an hour from now. Stop worrying about living up to your own unrealistic expectations. And man, just be present and enjoy being where your feet are. And so over the last few weeks, I've been working on that. I've been working really hard at it. And, it takes a long time to break 39-year-old habits, that I've carried with me my entire life. And so, the last year, actually last like 6 months I have in my 30s, I'm spending trying and fighting to be more present, for myself, for my kids, for my friends, for my family, for everybody. And, I've had some really good days with the kids because I wasn't worried about the schedule. I wasn't worried about trying to control all these variables that at the end of the day I can't control. And I've been focusing more on just giving them my attention, putting the phone down, not worrying about stuff, not planning as much stuff. I still want to plan things, of course, but being less concerned about what's happening down the road and shifting my focus to what's happening right now. And Tuesday, I spent the day with the kids, and I was largely present for most of the day. It was not a perfect day. Obviously, I'm in this stage of growth, major growth and change where I'm shifting my mindset, and it's not something, obviously, that happens overnight. So, just making that effort, it wasn't a perfect day. I had some slip-ups, but by the time the end of the day got here, I got both the kids, showered and pajamaed and in bed, and I sat down to a quiet house, and I felt good. I felt relaxed. I felt calm. I wasn't anxious. I wasn't depressed. I wasn't stressed out. I wasn't overwhelmed. I was just there, and it was such an incredible feeling because I can't tell you the last time that I had a day with the kids and went to bed relatively stress-free. I mean, it was just unbelievable. And it was all because I am changing that mindset and worrying about being present, what's going on right now, and really worried about creating memories in the moment. Why do I have to plan to create all these memories? Most of the best memories happen spontaneously. They're created spontaneously, not because we planned out all these extravagant things. It's because we just spend time together and we're playing and we're laughing and we're cuddling and we're just enjoying being around each other. Everybody is relaxed and everybody's able to enjoy just being present. So it was a good day, and I look forward to many more of those. I know that there are going to be some days that I struggle because I'm human, and again, this is a massive shift in my thought process and in the way I execute plans, or the way I plan, and the way I put pressure and expectations on myself as a man, as a single parent, as a father. I try to hold myself to this mostly unattainable standard. And in doing so, I've made myself miserable. So, like I said, the last 6 months of my 30s, I'm working to change that. And I want to go into 40 and be a changed man and be able to be present with, again, with my kids, with my family, with my friends, and enjoy creating memories in the moment. And with that, I'd like to thank you for joining me today on the Still Life Podcast. As always, check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the Still Life Podcast, and Twitter at Still Life Pod. For questions, comments, topic ideas, or suggestions, feel free to email us, thestilllifepodcast@gmail.com. That's thestilllifepodcast@gmail.com. Thanks again for joining me today on the Still Life Podcast. We'll talk again soon.